Okay, here's the trunk. I took the spare tire and the jack out and wanted to inspect. You can see there's a little patch panel back there. Had some rust come through of some sort. You can see some of the remnants of some of the padding that they used for the carpet or the pad, whatever was in there. But other than that, it's solid. Just dirty, needs to be vacuumed, cleaned. So my goal here is to get this rust loosened up, vacuumed out, cleaned up, and then recoated again. I might do something with that patch panel too. We'll see. Okay, putty knife, some elbow grease using the wire brush. Got most of the loose stuff off. As you can see, it's very solid. Alright, so looking good. So now I'm going to get some degreaser and clean up the rest of all of the dirt and of whatever else is left around here and get it cleaned up. Alright, here's the result after I had painted it. But before that, I wanted to show you off camera. I did apply this rust reformer, converted all of that rust that was down here into a paintable surface. So this stuff worked really well. So I was able to do that, let that dry a few days, and then I was able to paint it with this. This is the AC Delco. This is the Black and Aqua original two-part paint that I applied. Makes it look all back to original. It's a very thick coating, but what I do is recommend getting 2 cans. I only used one, and it did a good job, but a second can would have really coated it quite thoroughly. All right, before I installed the trunk mat, I wanted to show you, first of all, what I did was lay it out on my work table here. Used my ancient 500 watt heat gun here to get rid of some of the wrinkles. They're still in there. They packaged this in a very small package, and there's a lot of creases and folds in it. But I was able to heat it up and get most of them out, but you can still see they're in there. So I'm still going to go ahead and install it. I applied quite a bit of heat, but it looks a lot better than it did when I first got it out of the package. All right, let's get started here. I was able to cut some of the ribs out ahead of time. So just keep rearranging until it goes all the way in here. So like here, I'll have to cut this here. Okay, while I'm fitting this in there too, I wanted to show you too what I'm cutting is there's perforations throughout the mat itself. So they've kind of pre-cut things for you, but kept the perforations in there to hold it all together during manufacturing and shipping. So I'm just kind of cutting along the pre-existing perforations. All right, got most of the cutting done, I believe. Was able to do some trimming. Here's the final result. Yeah, there's still some wrinkles in it. I'm sure those will lay down over time. Being a convertible, the spare tire hold down is over here, not up there. The other thing too is they give you extra material for the cocktail shakers down there, so I had to trim those as well over here too, as you can see. Kind of right through here. So I had to do some trimming there. Of course, they assume you have a coupe, give you extra material. So overall, I'm pretty satisfied with it. I think I'll get the heat gun to it maybe one more time, let things settle down where they're supposed to be, and then mission completed. Okay, I decided to get a second can to really coat the trunk thoroughly. I'm going to focus in on some areas over here and over here a little bit, and here. A second coat is going to do wonders. Let's take a look. Okay, I have my respiratory gear on. Let's give it a shot. Okay, that's it. Yeah, let me turn up the brightness a little bit. There you go. Maybe it's a little too bright. Let me turn it down a little bit. Yeah, it does a real nice job with the second can. You kind of notice too, as you spray, it really spits out, so you want to kind of keep it at a distance. So we'll let this dry overnight at least, and come back and take a look, see how it looks dry. All right, it's been about a day and a half of drying. Here we are. Turned out really nice all the way through. A good job of covering. All right, so now I can put the trunk mat in, which I'll do right now. All right, I got the mat in. As you can see, there's still a few wrinkles left in it. Hopefully those will settle down over time. Now the next step is to get the jack installed. Okay, check out the original jack that was in the back of the 68 Camaro. Check it out. I was able to sand it down and repaint it the correct color. So let me install that. All right, there's the instructions right there on how to install the spare tire. Okay. Make sure I installed the hook. Okay, I wanted to show you my spare tire. That's an original rally wheel that came with the car. I decided to put a brand new tire on it as well. So we're good to go. Well, I almost forgot to put the tire iron in. This goes over here, so let me lift it up. Let's get foot down here. Okay, nice and secure. All right. Okay, now for the finishing touch, I have the spare tire cover here. Carefully loop around if at all possible. Well, there you go. Completely restored the trunk on my 1968 Camaro convertible. Turned out real nice, really happy with it. Now it's easy to store things inside without them getting rusty. All right, what am I going to do with that trunk seal? I'm going to replace it. Went all the way around, dug out the old one, put some adhesive in there, and carefully placed the replacement one in there. Turned out real nice and soft. You can see it's kind of spongy. Does a real nice job. So now that completes the trunk restoration.